Hey there, Fact Fusion fans. Have you ever forgotten something important, like where you left your keys or an appointment you had? Now, imagine an entire community experiencing such forgetfulness simultaneously. Today, we're exploring 5 of the most curious cases of collective amnesia. These incredible stories will make you wonder how large groups of people can mysteriously forget significant events. Are you ready to uncover these mysteries? Let's get started. 1. The Dancing Plague of 1518. In July 1518, the streets of Strasbourg, France, became the stage for a bizarre and unsettling event known as the Dancing Plague. It all began when a woman named Frau Troffea started dancing fervently in the streets. She couldn't stop, and within a few days, 34 others had joined her, and eventually about 400 people were dancing uncontrollably. They danced without breaks, some for days on end, leading to severe exhaustion, and in some cases, death from heart attacks or strokes due to the extreme physical exertion. The town's physicians and local authorities were baffled. They diagnosed the dancers with hot blood and believed the only cure was more dancing, so they arranged musicians and cleared spaces for the dancers to continue. This only made the situation worse. The dancing mania lasted until September, when it finally subsided, possibly due to sheer exhaustion or other unknown factors. What's even stranger is how the event seemed to slip from collective memory soon after it ended. There are few detailed accounts or records, considering the number of people affected and the length of the event. Historians have proposed various theories, from mass hysteria triggered by stress and hardships to ergot poisoning, a hallucinogenic mold found on damp rye. Despite these theories, the true cause remains unknown, making the Dancing Plague a fascinating and mysterious example of collective amnesia. Number 2. The Tanganyika Laughter Epidemic. In 1962, an inexplicable event began at a girls' boarding school in Kashasha, Tanganyika, now Tanzania. On January 30th, 3 students started laughing uncontrollably. Their laughter was infectious, quickly spreading to 95 of the 159 students. This laughter epidemic soon moved beyond the school, affecting nearby villages and over 1,000 people. It wasn't just giggling. This was uncontrollable, hysterical laughter that disrupted daily life, causing schools to close and normal activities to halt for months. Medical professionals were stumped. The leading theory is that the laughter epidemic was a case of mass psychogenic illness, also known as mass hysteria, triggered by high stress levels in a strict educational environment amidst socio-political changes in Tanganyika, which had recently gained independence from Britain. Symptoms included not only laughter, but also pain, fainting, respiratory problems, and rashes. Once the epidemic ended, the incident faded into obscurity, rarely discussed by those who experienced it. This collective forgetting might have been due to the embarrassment or the desire to move past a strange and troubling time. The Tanganyika laughter epidemic remains a compelling example of how psychological phenomena can spread and how communities can seemingly choose to forget such significant events, making it a unique case of collective amnesia. Number 3. The Miracle of the Sun. On October 13, 1917, in Fatima, Portugal, tens of thousands of people gathered in the Cova Diarrhea fields in response to a prophecy made by 3 young shepherd children. They claimed that the Virgin Mary had appeared to them and promised a miracle on that date. As many as 70,000 people, including journalists and skeptics, witnessed what became known as the Miracle of the Sun. Around noon, after a period of rain, the clouds broke and the sun appeared. Witnesses reported seeing the sun dance, spin, change colors, and zigzag toward the earth. Some described multicolored lights and shapes, while others experienced a sudden drying of their wet clothes. The phenomenon lasted about 10 minutes, leaving the crowd in awe and fear. Despite being witnessed by so many, the miracle of the sun quickly faded from broader public discourse. The Catholic Church recognized it as a miracle, cementing its place in religious history, but outside these circles, it's seldom mentioned. Many witnesses later recalled the event with uncertainty, as if it was too extraordinary to remember clearly. This selective memory makes the miracle of the sun a perplexing case of collective amnesia, showing how even the most extraordinary events can be overshadowed by the relentless march of time and other significant occurrences. 4. the mass forgetting in Kansas. In the early 1900s, the small town of Matfield Green, Kansas, experienced a puzzling phenomenon known as the Year of Forgetting. The residents collectively forgot an entire year's worth of events. Local historians noticed a conspicuous absence of records and personal accounts from that period, as if the year had vanished from memory. This lack of documentation left many questions unanswered and sparked various theories. One theory suggests that a traumatic event occurred, something so painful that the community repressed the memories. This could have been a natural disaster, an epidemic, or severe economic hardships that affected many families simultaneously. Another possibility is environmental factors, such as exposure to toxins that affected memory, or a mysterious illness that impaired cognitive functions. Despite numerous speculations, no clear cause has been identified. This collective amnesia has intrigued historians and psychologists alike, demonstrating how communal experiences can be collectively forgotten when they are too distressing or disruptive. The Year of Forgetting in Matfield Green remains a fascinating example of how collective memory can fail, making it a perplexing case of mass amnesia. Number 5. The Battle of Los Angeles. On the night of February 25, 1942, Los Angeles residents experienced a dramatic event now known as the Battle of Los Angeles. Just months after the attack on Pearl Harbor, the city was on high alert. Around 2 a.m., air raid sirens sounded, and the military began firing anti-aircraft guns at what they believed were enemy aircraft. The city was plunged into darkness under a blackout order, and searchlights scoured the skies. For several hours, chaos ensued as the military fired over 1,400 shells at supposed targets. Residents reported seeing strange, slow-moving objects in the sky, adding to the panic. The next day, the government declared it a false alarm, attributing the event to weather balloons and wartime nerves. Despite the dramatic nature of the incident, which caused some deaths due to heart attacks and accidents during the blackout, it quickly faded from public memory, overshadowed by the broader events of World War II. The Battle of Los Angeles stands as a compelling example of how even significant citywide occurrences can slip into obscurity. This curious case of mass amnesia highlights how collective memory can be shaped by subsequent events and the passage of time, leaving us to wonder how such dramatic moments can be forgotten. Isn't it fascinating how entire groups can forget significant events? These cases of collective amnesia show us how mysterious and complex our memories can be. What do you think causes these mass forgettings? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Fact Fusion, and click the bell icon to stay updated on our latest content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.